Are we there? Are we live? Yes, we are. That's done that once before. Yeah, sometimes EV Mux. Jury's still out on EV Mux, but it's better than StreamYard. But yeah, I think it did it. Was it when Sandra was here? I think we had the same issue. And I don't know if you noticed, the music was shorter than in usual weeks. Because normally I do it about 3 minutes before 7. And it just kept saying initializing, loading features, initializing. I'm like, this is taking ages. This is after hitting the go live button. And then we got all the way through the countdown and everything, and I don't appear. So I have to come out, reload it, and come back in. But anyway, here now, and it's a hot one. No cuppa today. I've got mango water. Well, it's not mango water, mango flavoured water. The Volvic. And I've got a pint of it and it's really cold. It's been in the fridge. The windows are open, but hopefully it won't be too distracting. It's less distracting than a fan because I've got a big tower fan, but it's got to be 10 years old, maybe longer, and it sounds like a 747 starting off whenever I switch it on. Anyway, I still haven't popped open the comments. How rude of me. Let's do the hellos. We've got Kim, the first one in, the lovely Kim. How are you? And then Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. It's super hot one in Michigan today. Esco. Hot and nice cup of cappuccino in my hand. Wow. And we've got Nordic Tarot. Nika, hello. We have Lily Rose and our Sandra, hello. Kathy's here in the middle of an adventure, about to board a ferry across Lake Michigan. I can never remember. Is it Michigan or Michigan? I think it's Michigan, isn't it? Mish rather than Mitch. Well, have a fun time. A huge black fur coat for midsummer. Artemis, hello. Thace, hello. We have the lovely Golden, hello. And our Chris, how are you doing, Chris? Are you back from your holidays? Or are you still there? Forever is here. Rachel is here. Old Man Ferdiad is here too. Jojo, hello Jojo. Trisha and Aldermoon. Letty, Louise, hello. And I don't think I can pronounce that name. I've not seen him before, but hello and welcome. Leopold's Dottier? Nothing like it, I bet. The lovely Fortune's Red. Hi, Jen. Golden. Trisha. Holly. Aldermoon. It was Simon. Lots of ducks from Golden. Marina Swelt, hello. Nice to see you. Larch, currently melting in London. Moomin Tarot, hello. It's just Crystal, hello. Janet. Twigger, hi Twigger. Kristen, hello. Trio, Jennifer. I'm back, Simon. We drove back down yesterday and I'm all right, thanks. Roasting though. Yeah, it's going to change tomorrow. We've got storms, haven't we, tomorrow? And I think about 3 o'clock, which is good because I'm out in the morning. So the the heat is awful, 31 degrees today. I'm not sure. I don't understand 31. I still keep mine in the temperatures that I grew up on. And I know it was 80, was it 85 at like 8 o'clock last night? So it's currently 84 degrees, which isn't bad for 7 o'clock. But yeah, whew. We just have to keep cool and keep hydrated. So what's been happening with everyone? It doesn't surprise me. We were out earlier and the air smells like we were due lightning. Yeah, well, I got one of those, when you on Alexa, I won't say it out loud. She gave me a notification yesterday saying Sunday's 23rd is Monday, isn't it? So 22nd, yeah. Saying on Sunday that there was a severe weather warning for Nottingham, which was thunder, lightning, and flash floods. I don't understand Fahrenheit. See, I don't understand centigrade or Celsius, as they call it now. 31 is 88 Fahrenheit. See, when I was growing up, it was always Fahrenheit. And if you got to 70 degrees, it was a nice warm day. I can always remember Mum say it's going to be 70 degrees tomorrow, and out would come the t-shirts and shorts for us and all that sort of stuff. And 80s were almost unheard of. Getting temperatures in the 80s in the UK growing up, yeah, it just didn't happen. And then I remember when I went to America, when I got married and went to America, it was like 103 in Utah. We went for 4th of July celebrations. It was that hot, they banned fireworks. Yeah, not the best weather to work outside, no. I live in southwest coastal Georgia. Lightning took out our AC this week, and it's over 100 in my house until parts are ordered. Yep. Ugh, that doesn't sound like fun. 33 in Milan. Drinking Pimm's with cremant and tonic, not lemonade. I don't know what cremant is. Is it grun? Is it twice? Isn't it something like twice plus 25 or something? I don't know. Anything over 10 degrees Celsius in Scotland is boiling hot. Sparkling wine. Wow. That sounds nice. My aunt is visiting Italy, and average is supposed to be 22 to 24, but it was 30 before she left. Oh, gosh. All this talk of heat is making me even hotter. I'm going to get through this water before we know it. Do you have a swimming pool? Oh, to have a swimming pool. Mind you, no, I won't want a swimming pool living here. I'd have to share it with 465 other residents. Oh, it'd be like a melting pot of dead skin and verrucas. I have a portable AC. Can you remember? I say, can you remember? I bet they still have them, but I always remember the films years ago, like I don't know, Serial Mom is one that springs to mind, where they'd have like an air conditioning unit jammed in the window, like the old sash windows that pull up and down, and they just jam it in the window. It seems really, really strange. And then the film Serial Mom, they actually killed somebody by lifting it up and dropping it onto them as they stood at the door below. That would be fun. What, being in a pool with 465 other residents? It's 70 degrees here. I could use some of your heat. Where are you, Trisha? Are you down under? 91 degrees with high humidity is horrible. And that's the thing. I don't mind dry heat. It's when it's humid, like it is now. It's really what we call muggy and clammy, and your clothes stick to you, and you feel like bleh. That's the worst. I just want to sit in front of a fan. But it's been so humid, I have to empty it a couple times a day at least, unlike last year, 0 times. Wow. Thoth is very difficult. Do you recommend a great guidebook? There's a few guidebooks. Where's the... Oh, it's in the hall. The one by Lon Milo DeQuette is quite a good one. I've only read a few pages of it, though, so far. Yeah, and different people will tell you or recommend different books as well, but find one that works for you. If you're finding Thoth difficult, I would suggest go for quite an easy one to start off with. I live in 100% humidity most of the time. I couldn't do it. I'd rather be cold than hot. I mean, I guess everybody says that when they're in whatever season they're in, because when we're freezing in winter, we're like, oh, I can't wait for summer. But that's why my favourite seasons are spring and autumn. Temperature is just right. I really like spring. Like when Sandra and I went to the seaside in May, it was hot, but it wasn't humid. You know, it was nice and sunny, and you went outside. It was like, oh, that's beautiful. And then you get this in summer. And then in autumn, like when we go to Glastonbury, the air's getting chill, but I took a big overcoat, and after the first day I stopped wearing it because it was nice. So I don't understand how my cats can survive in heat and all that fur. He was lovely this year. It was really lovely. I'm the same, spring and autumn, but nice temperature, not extreme. Yeah. Of your bracelet, Simon. Can you see them? Oh, yeah, they're just made up of different... This one I got from Glastonbury last year. It's a hematite one. Normally, these beaded ones are too small for my wrists, so you end up getting like stretched bits of elastic exposed, and I hate that. But this one wasn't at all. It's perfect. If anything, it's a little bit too big, so I wear it at the top rather than at the wrist. The one in the middle I got, it's a leather one with a clasp. This one I got from Renisher Hall. And then this one I bought when... Was that with you, son? Was this... Did I get this from York? This is the most recent. Was it York? Or Whitby? One of the two. Was I with you for that one? Yeah, I'm the same. They pretty much cut off my circulation. Yeah, so if I... Let me... I have to do my teeth, though, for this one, because it's one of those drawstring ones. Not with me, Simon. Must have been on my last trip somewhere then. You want to do these travel round trips. I must have got it on that, wherever it was that we went to. That's just, like I say, a leather one. But yeah, this one is really, really big. So just on my wrist, it rolls all the time. So I always put it at the bottom. No, golden. It's amethyst. But you can take the stone out. So let me see if I can show you. It's not the easiest. It has a popper, and you can actually buy the different stones, and you just snap it into place like that, which I thought was pretty cool. Although I can't now remember where I bought it from, so there's no point getting other stones. But if ever I'm out and about and I see them, then because I debated between amethyst. There was a tiger's eye. I'd love to get one that's kind of like blue calcite. I love blue calcite. Maybe even a malachite one. And I thought that's a good idea, to be able to customize your jewelry like that. So yeah, so clever. 7 degrees sounds perfect. That's a very cool bracelet. Love the idea of interchangeable stones. Yeah, it's a real. I'm surprised people haven't thought about it before, really. Maybe they have. So what's been happening? Well, I went to see the Book of Mormon. Anybody seen it? Very few crystal bracelets have gotten that fitted me well. One that did was the one you sent me, Simon, years ago, a tiger's eye one. I can remember that. Well, that's good. I'm glad it fitted. Yeah, so funny. I don't know if anybody's seen the Book of Mormon, but as you know, I was brought up, dragged up. My past is in the Mormon church. And yeah, not a great experience in the end. And my exit out of it was very traumatic. But a friend and I bought tickets probably about 6 months or so ago for it. It was great. It's really, I mean, I can see why they hate it so much. Dawn says, my son saw that and loved it. I went to see it recently. Hasadiga Ibowai. Yeah. So it goes on tour. And for some reason, in June, it's on for the whole of June in Nottingham, and it sells out every year. And that's why it's on for so long. It's like 3.5 weeks that it's on for. And I've got Hasadiga Ibowai playing in my head now. And I deliberately didn't think... I've got some tickets coming up. I'm going to see Rocky Horror with Jason Donovan in August. I'm seeing the Maxine Peake play at the Playhouse about Mary Whitehouse. And I tend to buy the tickets, then forget about it until the reminder comes up on me how about. And went to see it, never seen anything about it before other than a segment on Britain's Got Talent where the ringing the doorbell was the hello song at the beginning. That's the only thing I've ever seen. Didn't know what it was about, and I went and not expecting anything and absolutely loved it. I just thought, I mean, it's very irreverent. The language and things are very colourful, but it is so funny. It is so funny. And not only that, the choreography and the music is brilliant. The way they dance in sync, it's just phenomenal. And the whole production just looks really spectacular as well. And it just made a really nice sort of respite in the middle of what was a busy week. Finished work, got changed, came home, showered, got changed, met a friend for some dinner. We went to Pizza Pilgrim. We sat outside because it was a lovely evening. And then went and seen the show. You could tell it's written by the South Park creators. Yeah. And I think somebody's got some insider knowledge. So some things they'd really got spot on, because the whole time as well, even though it's a comedy, there is behind a veil, there's like the story of the church and what's supposed to have happened. And there were some things that they were absolutely spot on. Talking about a mission, they'd got to be home by 9 o'clock and this and that. Some things they were way off, like you've got to be with your same companion for 2 years. That doesn't happen. You're constantly being moved around as swapped companions for obvious reasons. They don't want close bonds to form. But yeah, so it was interesting from that point of view. My friend who I went with didn't know anything about the Mormon church, so just went and just enjoyed it for what it was. But having that insider knowledge made some things even more funny for me, but also made me realize how just some things were so ridiculous. And even though I questioned at the time, and that's why I ended up coming out, things like people of color not being able to have the priesthood until God changed his mind in 1979, and things like that, and that they don't tell you now when you're in the church, but if you're old enough to kind of remember things, and then you're told not to question, and all this sort of stuff. And they pay reference to a lot of the stuff that the Mormons would not want you to remember or recount. I didn't go on a mission. I had a period of inactivity, and I think I've mentioned before, when I went back, they like you to go at the age of 19. And when I went back into the church, I was 24. I could have applied to go on a mission. But back in the 90s, when you were 24, bearing in mind I'd be going away for 2 years. At the time, 30 years ago, it was £6,000 to go on a mission, because that's what you have to contribute, you have to fund it. Back in the 90s, when you were 24 going on 25, there felt like there was a huge void between yourself and 19-year-olds. I don't think that would apply now, but 30 years ago, that was pretty much the case. And I applied to go on a mission, and then I decided not to. And instead, they made me the ward mission leader for the church that I was at. So I was responsible for all the missionaries that came into the church, into the ward, and and also the ward missionaries, people who volunteered doing it. And I did that for 2 years, so that was kind of like my mission. And then after that I went on to the bishopric, and after the bishopric I became a stake high counselor. It feels like a different lifetime now. It really does. But it's strange having now left 20. When did we get divorced? She flew home on September the 11th. We divorced a few months after that, 2020. So 23 years ago, I left. And from this vantage point, looking back and seeing like that Book of Mormon and what is clearly ridiculous, and I was like, I believed this. And at first you kind of feel like Heretic's good, Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl, by the way. Heretic's quite good. I kind of, the first thing was like, oh, can't believe they've said that. So there is still something deep down, even though you think you've done all that work and, deconditioned yourself. Because this stuff that the church would claim is blasphemous. At first I was like, oh, did they really just say that? Oh my gosh, but then I soon kind of just relaxed and enjoyed it. And the ending, without giving it away for anybody who wants to go and see it, because I'd highly recommend it, whether you've got a connection with the church or not. This new book that comes forward, you just think to yourself, oh yeah, that's no more ridiculous than the made-up book that they say was from when Jesus visited America. Remember that? Oh dear, I might have to get some more water soon. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. Sandra's like, I don't understand any of this. Sorry, Sandra. hello to everybody that's come in as well. So Beth had arrived and Cheryl's arrived. And anybody else that I might have missed, hello to you all too. 10 years now in the West End. That'd be about right, yeah. Yeah, because I remember the first time I was aware of it, I went to London for a conference with my boss at the time. And we was a bit early down there, and we sat outside a cafe having a coffee before going to the conference. And a red London bus went past with the Book of Mormon down the side. And I was like, what's that? You know, thinking, is the church advertising on London buses now? But it wasn't. It was this. So anyway, highly recommend it. And the cast is brilliant. I don't know if it's the same. I doubt it would be the same West End cast. I know it says it's on tour, but they usually keep the cast in London and send out another cast, don't they? But the guys who played the two main missionaries were phenomenal. Really, really talented. Oh, your kitty's hot, Sandra. I know, I can't wait to go and sit in front of the fan after this. I feel really, yeah. What else can I show you? So I ordered something from Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. I know you're in chat. From Oneness Emporium this week. And this is kind of on the back of Robin's live last week. So as you know, one of the decks, which happened to be my number one deck that I showed on my top 3 of 3 for the Marseille Pip decks, is the gorgeous Vicetta. Absolutely love it. I did have what's it called? The Lo Scarabeo version. I forgot what it's called. Tyler the Master. I did have that. I trimmed it, I backed it, I edged it, I cornered it, I did everything to it. But the metallic pen that I used on the side was like paint, and it ruined the deck. It all clubbed together. But I couldn't live with Tarot of the Master as it was, with all the one side having a strip down with the keywords and everything. Not when there's beautiful versions like this. What version is this? This is the Il Meneghello version. And I bought a backup, which is I'm gonna end up knocking it, aren't I? This is the box and the new card that's on it, which is the World card. I mean, Il Meneghello decks are perfection. This one I've not corner rounded. It's as it is, but the colours in these decks are just beautiful. And then I heard, I think it was in Robin's chat, I believe, that the Anima Antica series, there was a black and white Vicetta, and I thought, do you know what? I might have a look at that. Yummy. And she popped one of these bookmarks in. I love these. They sell them at our Waterstones. You know how they do the bags and the cases as well. Cases, he said. I'm trying to think where there might be one to show you. And they do the tote bags. They also now started selling these really nice, thick. They're really thick bookmarks with RWS. They're a bugger to get off this clip. So Cheryl, do you sell these now as well? Because they're really cool. Like I say, you have to. There's like you have to twist it at the back here, as it says, to get them off, and it's like you need a spanner. I can't, it's going to take too long, I think. Oh, I think I've got it. Hello, Jackie. You know, I think I have this Vicetta deck. That's when you know you've got a tarot collection, Chris, when you start saying, think I've got that deck. Someone sent it me years ago. I've been calling it yes, well, that's what it's called. But it's the Vicetta. So yeah, I took it off. Really nice bookmark. Thank you for including. You can never have too many of them. There's the little envelope. I pop them in parcels as free gifts. I've got a lucky dip box. So when someone spends £50, they get a random gift. How cool. And then we've got the witches. This is the one I've got out at the moment, which is the harvest one. Oh, is this one new? Man, is this new? Is this a new one, Cheryl? I ought to go and get them. I've got them all on my stand. In fact, bear with. And I love these cards. These are Witcher's Runes. So that's the one I've got out at the moment. Oh, yes, I have got Man. And then there's Eye and Flight and Crossroads. I'm in the middle of sorting the next two. Yeah, and there's all the information on the back about them. And when we've got the full design, I think Cheryl's going to start releasing it. I keep a little dish of Witcher's Runes here. I love them. These are my favourite. I got them from that shop in Skegness, Witchards and Wizards. Witchards, not Witchard. Witches and Wizards. I love the writing on them. The font is brilliant. And they're nice. Very tactile. There's the man card. So yeah, I have them on a little stand. And then we've got the deck. I haven't opened this yet. I've waited to do it live. Do you want to know what other things I am designing with the runes? What? Oh, you do not want... I thought you said, do you want to know? You do not want to know what other things I'm designing with the runes. You're going to have rune fatigue. We need to know. You can't do that, Cheryl. You can't just put a comment like that and leave us hanging. You have to tell us. I love black wrapping, and this is really good. You're just teasing us now. You can't leave us hanging. So this is the Vicetta, or the Navy deck, as Chris calls it. And as I said, it's part of the antique, not antique, the Anima Antica. Oh, I missed it. Someone's put all calls out. Duvet covers, candles, hoodies, teas and drinks. Where? What, with rune designs? And I really like these. I'm kind of hoping that Lo Scarabeo now do all their decks. I don't mean in the Antica range, but certainly in these higher quality 2-part box. I know it means things are more expensive, but I would rather pay a couple of pounds more, which is what we're talking about really, to get a deck in a nice sturdy box instead of those awful tuck boxes, and really nice card stock. So yeah, so there we are. It's going to be very different. I should have put, actually, I'm like an idiot, aren't I? I was like, should have put this in order. I've just got out the backup deck, which will be in order. So we can have a look at a couple of these just to see the difference of what you get here. Very, very sturdy box. Oh, the backs are different. You get a little book. It's going to be in multiple languages, though. It's getting hotter, I'm sure of it. At least I've got a healthy glow. Hello, Vasco. Nice to see you. These are bigger than I was expecting. They're quite a big card. How does it compare to taller? Wow, I wasn't expecting that. So they're bigger than a standard tarot. They're silky as well. I guess because I'm so used to seeing the Vicetta in the gorgeous, very light, very fluffy Il Meneghello cardstock. The Fireside Chat Room. Hi everyone, catching the live on the road by phone. Where are you off to? You off to somewhere nice? Put your fan on, Simon. I think the city has just put a fan on. Can you hear that? Sounds like a huge giant fan has been put on. Why am I shuffling this deck? Because of this beautiful, soft, light cardstock, this one feels very, very strange. It's huge. And I'm not sure about the back design. I would prefer the kind of small pattern. Running errands. I can't hear anything because my own fan is on. All right, so let's have a look. Wow, what a difference. So here is our Fool. And the Fool coloured. I mean, they've each got their own charm, haven't they? These corners are rounded. They're a lot lighter than I thought they'd be as well. And then we have our Magician. I won't do a comparison with them all. I'll do a few majors and then some of the minors because the pips are beautiful in this deck. Cheryl loves the backs, distinctive. Golden says really like them. You really like these? Or just the Vicetta deck in general? I'm liking these. I mean, I think I would always love my Il Meneghello Vicetta, but This is nice. I think because this looks so sketchy, like pen and ink. It's not just outline work, this shading and everything there. It kind of reminds me a bit like the Victorian Tarot by Truck Studios. There's a lot of detail in there as well. Golda loves the black and white. Do you have many left, Cheryl? I know that they're a limited edition, aren't they? The Antica ones. It's terrible making a decision. Oh, Moomin says there's a printable version of the Vicetta. I printed it today and started colouring it. It's like the nicest colouring book ever. Yeah, I mean, that will probably be what Ed Waldo did, because the Vicetta was, line drawing. So this will be one interpretation of it. They are limited, but I can still get them. I think Low Scarabeo have about 100 left. Oh, wow. Because they came out a few years ago, didn't they? I think that's why we missed them. They certainly came out before we started doing spotlights. The Justice card is gorgeous. Now, I was interested to see, because one of my favourite cards in this deck is the Hermit card. I think it is stunning. So I was interested to see how the black and white one stands up. So we'll swap them round. See, it's quite light. It's very faint. It's almost like, I don't know, if you're sitting in an art class at school and you just start sketching with a pencil. They're both lovely. This is the Vicetta 24 Blue Wolves. I'm comparing the Il Meneghello coloured version of the Vicetta with the Lo Scarabeo Vicetta original, which was a line work, and this is the Anima Antica version. The box is linen. That's a really nice box. The latest one they did was a rose petal finish. What was that? I've forgotten. Gosh, my mind, my memory. It was the one with the double, like where you've got the same at the top as the bottom, a bit like the playing cards. La Forza. Leaning towards the colour versions as Aquarius. Bess and Son, that's right. I knew you'd remember, Cheryl. I spelt it wrong. Don't matter. No grammar police here. Love the death card. Temperance. Devil is epic as well. It reminds me of lots of old Buddhist artwork of Maya. Gasman is next. Wow. When's that out? I don't have a Gasman. October. Then we have the Star. May as well finish doing the major arcana, and then I'll just show a couple from the minors. La Luna. I'm going to burst into Belinda Carlisle now. My favourite devil of all time. What's this Moomin is saying? There's also a really good article about the eccentricities of the Vicetta on the site. Small cabin in the woods. Really interesting stuff. Small cabin in the woods. I'll have to check it out. The sun. See, I think I am, and maybe it's because I've worked with it the longest, I am leaning towards the colour version. Are these facsimiles? Because there is like staining here. Do you see? And here. It's the first card I've noticed it on, but all around here is this staining. So it must be like a facsimile. Because I've not seen it on any of the others. Oh. And then we have our world card. So what do we think? Now we come to the end of the majors. Yes, they are. They are facsimile of museum decks. That's cool. Fabulous, says Golden. Shall we look at the aces? Let's have a look at the aces. They're not in the same order, so let's move that. They actually feel really nice in the hand. That's our Denari, Bastoni, okay. So our ace of swords. I'm on the wrong one. Where's Bastoni? Everybody loves this little guy. Can't beat the colouring done by Il Meneghello. And then let's have a look at cups. So our ace of cups. And then we need Denari. Where are we? Simon, I just purchased my first handmade deck by Tarotgraph. Can't wait to get it. Will take about 3 months. A number of questions. I've not heard of Tarotgraph. So obviously if it takes 3 months, do you have to say what deck you want and then they go and craft it? And also, what type of deck is it? Is it RWS? Is it Marseille? Do tell. I love handcrafted decks. There's like nothing compares, is there, to handcrafted decks. I think you'll get very different reading energy-wise from the colour to the line drawing. Yeah. I love the large size. Again, we've got... this is interesting. So our Ace of Coins. Notice there's a stamp, a date stamp here that doesn't appear in this one. It's blank. And the date stamp here is 16th September. No, it's not a date stamp. It's a serial because it's 16. It's not SET for set. It's SFT 908 Torino. 16 SFT 908. Look at that coin. It's really cool. Anybody want to see any more of the pips? If so, let me know. Oh, bear with. Don't know if you heard that ping. Sorry about that. Good time to get a refill as well. This is what I've got. The Volvic touch of mango and passion fruit. Oh. Did your dinner ping, Simon? It's in 2 halves. So I put it on just before I went live for an hour. I had to take it out and put something else in and then keep it on low. Okay, so let's have a look. What have I missed? Any comments? Yes, please, because I'm not pippish. I'm thinking SPT maybe. Salt and pepper. Okay, so let's have a look then at, I won't show them all, just see the thing about the Vicetta is it is a pip deck, but it's not just a pip deck. There is some illustration in there. So this is the 2. Do that one that way. Seems to show clearer there because of the light. I need to illustrate what I mean. So let's go to, so for instance, we'll look at the 6. So as you can see, it's a knight with an arrow, it's holding a shield, and the 6 coins are on his shield. So it's not, straight up pip. Similarly here, look, with this cherub. Oh, Tarot de Jean Dodal. Oh my gosh. I've got, I'm not going to be able to find it now. It's somewhere buried down here in this cupboard somewhere. Cubbyhole, I should say. I've got a hand created in a leather pouch, Majors Only Dodal, on this beautiful art card. The creator sadly passed away, so would never get the full deck. I've got a few Dodals because I love the Dodal, but this Majors Only one on this art card is just beautiful. Let's see what else, which else to show you. So we'll go on to, oh, it's a beautiful one. The 2 of Cups is gorgeous. Side down. Could be my first pip deck. So hot. So you see what I mean? They are pip, but there's stuff going on. The scenic pips. Scenic? No, not scenic. Illustrated pips. There's more than just, 3 cups. And it's just so beautiful. This one reminds me of, I had a ploughman's lunch in the week. We got to try it. So it's at work. And it came on those, like you'd have an afternoon tea with 3 tiers. This reminds me of that. Like an ornate plate stand. Okay, what else can I show you? Cartogram. So the wands are more pippy. Let me show you a wand card. As you can see here, you get more of that sort of Marseille design happening. the little frog. 9. Well, I've got in a bit of a mess now. Oh, I've lost it. Gosh. I'm fanning myself with an old-fashioned fan. It's so hot and melting. It's awful, isn't it? And have you noticed it seems to get... See, when I was a kid, and I go on a lot about when I was a kid, but the hot days, the hottest was usually between like 12 and 3. It's not now. It's like between 3 and 6. And I don't know when or why that changed. But I do find that as the evening goes on, the hotter it becomes. Here it is, I found it. So yeah, this one is quite pippy. I love the little frog and the snail. Can you spot the snail? Just here. Doesn't stand out as much on the black and white one, but because it's a speckled frog, they've made him here. And the little snail there. Oh, and at the top, look. So yeah, I love it. I love it. I wanted to get the Vicetta because I'm really enjoying the Anima Antica decks. Oh, that looks like it's bowing already, doesn't it? Is it just my eyes? Anyway, it's not long out the box. But yeah, to say it's... I don't know. At first, I was like, oh, they're a bit light. The sketchiness are they're a bit faint, but that's really appealing to me because the shading in it is just lovely, and I love the staining. You see the staining here, look. It gives it that aged feel. Yes, it's hotter later than 3. Yeah, I just don't know when that changed or why that's the case. I might have to Google it. Okay, so let's pop my backup El Meneghello one away. Is your Dodal a Fleur Noir, Simon? I was looking at their reproductions earlier. They're reasonably priced. No, I can't remember. It's not a Hissman. I can't remember or where it is now. I could start. I'm going to do a walkthrough of that either tomorrow or the day after as well. Oh, there's the Besançon that I mentioned. It would mean getting everything out, and things are already now starting to fall on the floor, and that's going to stress me out. But I can't find them. They're down here somewhere in this corner, but it was just a majors, and it's on really nice large art card. I need to have a sort through again because I've got bags and all sorts covering. And that's the full Dodal, and the other one should be next to it. So I don't know where that's gone. No, it's not. I changed it round. Oh, I will find them. I'll try and remember for next. I was going to say for next Saturday, but next Saturday is Spotlight. I bought this. Here's something that shows you where my head's been at recently as well. So from Solis Creations, I've had, and it was gifted to me a few years ago, this pouch, which I keep my Conrad Stain thick card version of the Roses and Lilies. I love it. And then I was browsing through Soulless Creations a couple of weeks ago. It did take a while to come. And I ended up ordering a bag. I thought, oh, that's pretty. I ordered it. And then it wasn't until your order has been dispatched, I thought, actually, haven't I got that bag? And I looked on the shelf, and I did. But I was really, really pleased when it came and saw that it was in a different blue. It's the same on the inside, but different enough, right? This has got like a very powdery pale blue strings. This one has gold and it's darker. So I thought what I will do, because they're kind of like I say, is for this one, the insides matching, is the 1910 thick cardstock by Conrad Stain. Because I've got the full set here, as you can see, but because and they come in boxes, because I wanted the thick ones for general use, and this one, you know, these are kind of like what the cards would have been like in 1909, and then 1910. So I thought, well, they'll go together really nicely, because I'll know that they're part of like a set, 1909, 1910. I saw Sandra just said something. Love the darker blue one. Yeah, I was really pleased. So I thought I'm gonna have two bags exactly the same. So when it came and it was a darker blue and different strings and everything, I thought, actually, that's good. So gosh, I'm so hot. Yeah, so that's where I'm keeping my two RWS decks that I use if I'm reading for others. Oh, that's a lovely bag. How have you found working with the Joker Tarot? I love working with the Joker Tarot. So the Joker Tarot is what I've been using in the evenings for my reflection spread throughout June. We're already at 21st, aren't we? But I mean, the artwork in this deck, cardstock is divine. I will, when I do decks for July, which will be next, well, in about 9 days, a week or so, I will say how I've got on with this deck and the borderless Thoth, because that's what I've been using in the morning. But this deck has been brilliant for looking. Look, we've stopped again. Looking at the images and really helping me to go deep in terms of my reflections. It is such a cool deck. I've had some comments where people are saying too dark for me. I get that. But and then I've also had some people saying, actually, I didn't realize I was quite a dark person, but loving the artwork. And the Crow Tarot is brilliant as well. I mean, look at that. Isn't that the ultimate Nine of Swords? It's just brilliant. Such an amazing deck. So I've been loving working with it, Cheryl. Loving it. And I've really enjoyed committing to 2 decks a month. And as much as, you know, because other decks will come in. So many decks have come in. And I'm like, oh, I want to play with them. But I know that if I start to do that, I'll slip back to decks coming in. I'll use them for a few days and then not work with them. So I'm sticking with the 2, but still enjoying them. So like on my desk, I've also got this one, which I showed in the week. Also quite a dark little cheeky deck. And I'll just play around with them. Do you know what I mean? pull a random card, have a look at it, and yeah, I've got walkthroughs to do of Lady Wilhelmina and also the Metanoia Marseille. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. I love Moonlit Fae bags. I'd love a Moonlit Fae bag. They're from America though, aren't they? Because I think it's Moonlit Fae who has a custom bag for the Metanoia. I'm sure my friend Diane Brennan has got hers in a custom bag that matches this design. I think Moonlit Fae gets in touch with tarot creators, indie tarot creators, and agrees to like a collaboration to bring out a bag to match it. Would be cool if Banksy did a deck. Yeah, I mean, there is a Banksy tarot. It's not an official Banksy tarot, but there is one. I've got a prototype of that from, I think I sent that in 2017. Their bags are made with so much care and love. All right, well, it's 1:15. Shall we pull a card, a tile? When I was recovering from knee replacement surgery this year, I crocheted so many tarot bags. Wow. The Metanoia Kickstarter funded by a hair, so there will be a second edition. Yes. I saw the second edition. Don't know much about it. I didn't go and look because I've already got 2 Kickstarters on the go. And listening to Diane, because she really loves the Metanoia, she was saying that she might get it depending on where she's living at the time and where to have it sent to. I must mention that. But she didn't know if she liked the new version as much, I think is what she said, but I think she's going to get it. Just to say as well, and I'll put something out on the playlist, I use a certain address for packages and parcels. That address I won't be able to use after another 5 weeks' time. I've got 5 weeks left at that address. So I'm only putting that out there because I know people will send stuff. I remember when my mum passed away, because I used to use my mum's address, because having things sent here is a nightmare. It just doesn't happen. People can't get in the building and all stuff like that. And most parcels just used to go back. So I used my mum's address, and when she passed away, I didn't use that address anymore, but loads of people were still sending stuff there, no matter how many times I put it out. And so, yeah, I won't be using the address. If anybody's got that, then I just need to make it. I'd hate for somebody to send something and then, it gets lost or stolen, which could be even worse. Okay, so let's pull a tile. We'll have a card message for the week. What do we need to focus on this week, everybody? Oh, we have an ace. We have the Ace of Cups. So, time to focus on that beginning of an awareness of a deepening emotional connection to something. Maybe it's a desire that you've had for a deeper connection on an emotional level. This week we'll start to see that come to fruition. Maybe there will be a change, a either a bond forming or a change in terms of an existing relationship transforming into a new type of relationship, one that has a deeper emotional connection. Maybe it's also time to express your feelings. Maybe your emotions have been bubbling up, and it's time for them to come out. Now is the time to start to have those conversations, particularly if you want to have that deeper connection. So that's our message for the week. I'll leave that out to remind me to do the write-up for the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. Summer solstice today. It's the 21st. So blessed summer solstice. Is anybody celebrating it in any way? And also, my mind's just gone blank. I've had that moment of the traffic has just stopped. What was I saying? It's summer solstice. Anybody celebrating it in any way? And from now the night started to draw in. The darkness returns. The Holly King has won the battle with the Oak King. I had my druid rituals in the park today. How wonderful. Yeah. All right. Yes, and absolutely. Stay hydrated, everybody, wherever you are. Pims, says Golden. Enjoy your Pims, Golden. Thanks for being here, everyone. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.